So over the last many days since Rockstar came out with Trailer 2 screenshots and so much more, people have been picking apart every single detail, and that's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Rockstar's insane attention to detail. We're going to be covering one of the regions that was featured from Rockstar's recent info dump on their Grand Theft Auto 6 website. That is Vice City. We're going to be covering every single detail that we did see throughout all of those 9 screenshots in today's video. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Alrighty guys, I know we have covered Trailer 2 screenshots, characters, and the artwork as well in previous videos, but in today's video, I wanted to deep dive into these screenshots, and there's just so much in relation to Rockstar's attention to detail that they pretty much do within every installment of their new titles. And with this one, with Grand Theft Auto 6, there is no exception here. And it seems like with this first one that we are looking at here, Vice City, Visit Leonida postcard that we are seeing, there's just so much within this one postcard screenshot. It's absolutely insane with the details that we are seeing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at every single thing that we can try and point out within these screenshots. This is going to be a long video, so make sure to sit back, relax, have a coffee, grab some popcorn, whatever. We're going to really be deep diving and trying to scratch every single detail that we can see throughout these screenshots. So get yourself comfy and let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so the first thing that we can see with this postcard, just at first glance, is obviously how detailed this specific screen grab really is. I mean, it's absolutely insane, the level of detail that Rockstar have gone to here with everything that we can see. It really doesn't look so realistic. So first of all, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. We can see, first glance, is that we have the volumetric clouds returning from Red Dead Redemption 2. It does seem like it appears to be in this left-hand part of the postcard. We can see that there appears to be much more contrast in relation to the 3D volumetric clouds. It's absolutely crazy, the level of detail that we can see here. It looks much more puffy and cloudier in this part of the section that we can see, compared to here, where the clouds don't look like they have as much contrast. And it really does look like real clouds that you would see if you were able to step outside and see a partly cloudy sunny day. Now, we can also see in the left-hand part of this screen grab, we can see this helicopter here. This looks pretty cool. It's obviously a little bit more difficult to make out once we zoom in. We can also see multiple birds as well. As we scroll down, you can see the moving graphic there. It's really, really cool. We see a couple of birds here. We see another little bird down here as well. A little bit more further down from the volumetric clouds, we can see what appears to be a Ferris wheel here. Now, we have seen this within another screenshot as well at nighttime, which does look really, really detailed. And yeah, in this screenshot, zooming in, obviously it's a little bit more difficult to make out. We can also see a couple of buildings here on the left-hand side. We see multiple trees and multiple greenway here across with various types of buildings and stuff, looking very, very detailed. We can also see some boats that are scattered throughout these various waterways within this one image. And I think that's going to be a constant theme that we are going to be seeing throughout Vice City, specifically in the various waterways, is the amount of boats, yachts, and super yachts that we can see even within this one image. It seems like that boats are going to have a much more of a heavier emphasis compared to Grand Theft Auto 5 and Los Santos. We can see this big super yacht here with various details on it. You can see that Rockstar are really honing in on the detail of the yachts themselves. You can see some other jetties here, some other boats that we can see, another smaller yacht. And then you can also see as well, not only just the foam buildup on the water as well as the boats are moving, as the yachts are moving. We can also see to the right here that there is another boat as well. As we scroll down, we can see that this boat is moving. And then we can see, look at these reflections. Like, what the hell, Rockstar? Is crazy. And this just shows that they're insane attention to detail even within this one screenshot. We can see the ray trace reflections on the water here, so the light reflecting onto the water here, which is absolutely crazy. I do think as well, next to this, we can see obviously these trees here as well, which I would say would probably be a great camping spot in GTA 6 Online when we do get that after the main game does launch, the single player component that being. So also as well, not only just the waterways as well, we can see the skyline of Vice City, more multiple buildings that we can see, some skyscrapers. Hopefully we'll be able to enter these buildings. I know there has been a lot of rumors and speculation out there that we are going to be entering more buildings this time around. There was that leak that did come out before trailer 1 dropped in late 2023. Aaron Garbutt's son's friend that did leak out some information claiming that over 70% of buildings are going to be enterable. That is just a claim from him. We don't know the truth behind that, but but it would be really cool to maybe get up to one of these levels here on the top of this skyscraper and then just snipe down some of our enemies down below, which would be absolutely awesome. We can also see that there is another building here which is in construction at the moment. It's not completed yet. Hopefully it will be completed over the course of the duration throughout the game, unlike the Mile High Club, so that's pretty cool. Another building that we can see to the right there. There's just so much here. We've got another boat there, it looks like, as well. There's just multiple boats in this one postcard image. It's crazy. Another thing as well that we can see, the bridge connecting Vice City all the way to the other side. So yeah, that is just so much that we can see within this one screenshot. Alrighty guys, so we're going to move on to the next screenshot that we can see in relation to Vice City, and this one is in particular this one right here that we can see. And just looking at it first glance, it appears to be that this is later on during the day, perhaps maybe evening or dusk or something along those lines, compared to the previous screenshot that we did see that was earlier on, perhaps maybe the middle part of the day. And what we can see is, in relation to the top right hand side of this screenshot, is the fact that we can see these clouds here that are a different color compared to the previous screenshot. Considering it is later on during the day, the sunlight and the low angle of the sun does appear to be hitting the clouds and obviously causing this orange and red hue, which is pretty crazy here at sunset, it appears to be. We can also see to the left here that the clouds are much more darker. This could be thunderstorm clouds. Maybe there is a storm that is coming across, entering into Vice City and going to maybe cover these clouds here, causing a potential thunderstorm or something along those lines. So that is one of the first instances that we have seen in relation to this screenshot anyways, that thunderstorms, storms, and considering Florida, Leonardo, the fictional state of Florida, is a very tropical location, I would not be surprised if we see potential hurricane as well. We did see there was in that bar scene with Lucia, Jason, and a few other characters that we did see that there was a Hurricane Roxy that was some signage that was on a wall. So that could indicate that there are going to be hurricanes within Grand Theft Auto 6. Moving on though, we are going to look at this plane here, and we can see there is just so much detail first of all with this plane. Like, it's absolutely insane. We can see there is some lettering here on the engine on this left hand side, and the rear part of the bottom half of this plane here is we can see a reflection here off the plane, which is pretty insane. So lights and lighting in general hitting the objects and causing this ray trace reflection, which is absolutely crazy. So that is one detail there that we can see. Also as well, we can see that there is a red light here on the bottom part of this plane. And if you guys don't know what this red light is, it indicates that this is a beacon light, or known as an anti-collision light, that is known for warning to other aircraft that are in the vicinity, or even to ground personnel as well. So yeah, pretty insane level of detail there that we can see from Rockstar. And we can also see to the front of the plane where the fuselage is. Once again, the details here, you can see some various parts here that are hanging down from the fuselage, which is pretty crazy. But zooming back out, we obviously do see within this one massive image here that we can see the Vice City sign, just like the Vinewood sign that we did see within Grand Theft Auto 5. We can also see some palm trees behind the Vice City sign as well, so that is really cool. Multiple palm trees, very much going to be seeing a lot of that within Vice City, of course. And we can also see as well, which is pretty insane, the sun actually hitting the back of the signage as well and coming through the front of the sign, which is absolutely crazy. And we can also see the signage as well, the rust that appears to be on the front of these lettering here of the Vice City sign. You can see it's been here for a decent period of time. Like, there's much more rust up the top here compared to this part here. We can also see the light hitting the back part of the I lettering here on the city sign. So yeah, in terms of this one screenshot here, it's absolutely crazy. All right, so moving on from this image, we are going to go to the next one, and that is this one right here. We can see there is so much packed within this one image, just like a lot of the other images that we have seen thus far. And we can see just the amount of greenery scattered through the top half of this image. We see multiple palm trees and other various trees as well. We can also see in front of that as well, maybe perhaps Ocean Beach or one of the beaches within Vice City. We can see multiple umbrellas scattered throughout on the beach, on the sand here. We can see a group here looking like they are just banded together, perhaps maybe chatting, doing something. We can see other groups as well on the water, which is really, really cool. But this looks like where these two people are on the deck here, and obviously where this is as well. It looks like this is a hotel within Vice City that maybe Jason and Lucia may stay at, or we can see various NPCs stay at. Hopefully we'll be able to enter it. So we can see just based off this that there is so much activity even happening down where the pool is. I mean, we can see there's a guy here that is laying down looking nice and relaxed, taking in everything at the hotel poolside. We can see there is lights in the pool as well. So once again, the level of detail there is absolutely crazy. We can see a couple people here chatting, one in the pool, one that is actually on the ledge of the pool talking to, it looks like this lady here. We can see another person relax, another couple people here together, more people that are just in the pool hanging onto the tiles of the poolside. And we can also see another person sitting down, looks like on the edge of this bed here. And there's just so many different things that NPCs are doing compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, you guys would know in GTA 5 that the NPCs don't really do that much. They're not really that smart in terms of what they do, and the different actions and stuff. It seems like it's much more varied here compared to GTA 5. We can see that there is a branch here that is on the top of this roof. That could have been maybe from a storm or something like that. And we can see as well that there is a rubber duck statue, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what this main hotel is based off in the real life Miami. I'm not particularly sure. You guys can comment down in the comment section below. And we can also see that there is a coffee cup here as well with a silver teaspoon. Hopefully that doesn't fall over, but that looks really, really detailed as well. Compared to Red Dead Redemption 2, this does look like it is much more of a high quality asset. And look at to the right here, the wrinkles and the skin of this elderly lady here. It really does look like, based off what the person's age is, the older you are, the more wrinkles, the more your skin becomes much more saggier. And Rockstar have really focused in on that much more so this time around compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. And even on her back as well, you can see the level of detail there, which is absolutely crazy. Even with this guy right here, you can see his sunglasses. Like, look how detailed the sides of his sunglasses are, looking very, very nice. And even the front of his shades as well. Got some nice studs, some nice earrings there. And even the details of the tattoos as well. We can see part of this tattoo looks like maybe a dragon or something like that. To the right as well, behind this gentleman, that we can see someone on a bicycle as well. Looks like riding away from the beach side there. So hopefully we'll be able to go into this hotel like I mentioned earlier. Maybe we'll be able to explore it. Like I said, maybe stay there as Lucia and or Jason. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Alrighty guys, so we're going to move on to the next screenshot that we can see, and that is going to be this one right here. And there is just so much activity, so much going on within this one screenshot, and really does epitomize that there is going to be so much more activity and so much more liveliness within the world of Grand Theft Auto 6. So we're going to start with the top part of this image. That is that we can see the volumetric clouds here once again puffing up, looking really, really nice and 3D. And we can see that there are a couple of birds here to the left hand side, another group of birds that we can see as well. And then to the left part of this image, a bit further down, we can see what looks like it is a red Buckingham Volatus from Grand Theft Auto 5. Seems like that helicopter is going to be returning within Grand Theft Auto 6, so that's really, really cool. We can also see that there are multiple other buildings over here that we can see, some skyscrapers as well. And then we can see there is actually green foliage on this building. And we can see, if we go a little bit further down, there's a lot of traffic here and a lot of vehicles as well. So it seems like it's going to be much more busier in terms of when you are venturing out onto the streets, whether it is walking, whether it is just free roaming in your vehicle, driving around, even flying around as well. I'm sure we're going to be seeing so much more activity and so much more pedestrian activity, so much more traffic density as well. And within this part of this image, it really does look like that is going to be the case. We can also see as well, there's multiple other supercars as well. This looks like perhaps maybe it is a Grotti and perhaps maybe a Comet as well, a variant of the Comet, if I'm not mistaken. We can also see a Sabre Turbo here, a Grotti there as well. And yeah, it really looks like we are going to be seeing probably some new variants of existing manufacturing vehicles, I'm sure, as well, some new models. We can also see that there is some graffiti here as well on the side of this building, and that is looking really, really detailed. I'm sure that Rockstar is trying to make sure that they cover each part of the building, whether it is graffiti on the side of this building, which is really, really nice. We can also see that further down from this, it appears to be that basketball is going to make its grand return. I did cover within a previous video, there was that leak from Legacy Killer HD that he did come out last year saying that a 3v3 basketball mode is rumored to come into Grand Theft Auto 6. It seems like Rockstar is hinting at this. It looks like this is Jason, and then we can also see it looks like maybe his friend Cal Hampton there holding the ball. We can see a couple of other characters there, a couple other people warming up and stretching as well, ready to ball up, it seems like. So yeah, it really does look like we are going to be seeing a basketball minigame within Grand Theft Auto 6, and it is returning from San Andreas, it seems like. Further to the right of this image, we do see a lady on her phone. She is leaning over this railing here. She looks like she's wearing some gym apparel in an aqua color, and she is holding her iFruit phone. So we are going to be seeing much more of a heavy emphasis on phones and social media within Grand Theft Auto 6. We saw that within trailer 1, and of course Brill Dimes, Baylux, and Roxy, who appear to be rappers that are trying to get into the scene within the music industry within Vice City. So I'm sure we are going to be seeing a lot of that in terms of social media presence presence and just phones in general. We can also see down from here, it looks like there's going to be some rideshare bikes. So maybe you are able to take one of these bikes from this rideshare station here and maybe use an app on your phone, just like you have maybe done in real life in the city or something like that. Grab a bike and then use one of the apps and then just pay it on there and use the bike as you go. So it seems like we're going to be seeing maybe one of those rideshare bikes as well. So that's pretty cool. We can see that there is a bus behind this vehicle here, one of these SUVs. You can see there's multiple people within the bus as well. Look at that. Within Grand Theft Auto 5, there was some people within buses that we saw throughout Los Santos, but it really looks like this bus is packed with a lot more people sitting down, standing up. Like, it's pretty crazy that we can see this much even just by zooming in here. Now to the right, some people have picked up this part within this screenshot, and that is that it seems like there is some type of police chase, some type of hold up here. You can see there is one cop here aiming his pistol at this thug right here, holding up his arms, surrendering. You can see the couple doors that are opened up here. You can see another cop as well, and this guy running away. And this looks like maybe another cop with a shotgun or rifle. We're going to zoom back out. So that is really, really cool there. We can see there is a pool here. It looks like it appears to be someone sitting down on a deck chair. Once again, someone else leaning over a railing, looking like they're on their phone. It's obviously hard to make that out, but it looks like that is the case. We zoom back out. This looks like it is Hotel Valletta. So it looks like we are going to be seeing multiple hotels within Grand Theft Auto 6. Not only just one. This looks like it is different from the previous hotel that we did see in the previous screenshot. We can see poolside here that there are some inflatables. We can see one here, another inflatable ring here as well. Another person leaning over the railing. It just looks so much more lively, doesn't it? Just within this one specific screenshot. We can see the reflections here on the water, just sort of past where this road is. And it looks like we do have a Vice City van or something along those lines. It might be a sightseeing van. Now, if you guys do remember in Grand Theft Auto 5, in the single player component, there was a Vinewood van that you were able to enter into. You were able to see the different sites throughout Los Santos and Rockford Hills, Vinewood, and all of that. It was pretty cool. You could do it as either Michael, Trevor, or Franklin. So this might be something that we are able to maybe enter into. That could be pretty cool. So zooming back out of here, I mean, we can sort of see a bit further if we zoom in here. There's multiple other yachts and boats. We can see, once again, a lot of vehicles here on this road, parked up even, some cars turning there as well. So it really does look like we are going to be seeing so much more traffic and so many more vehicles on the road with the power of the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and of course the PlayStation 5 Pro as well. Rockstar are going to make sure they try and pack as much content within the world of Vice City, and it seems like we are seeing this on show here. We can see if we zoom a little bit further in, we can see another yacht here and some multiple other buildings as well. The draw distance is absolutely insane, and this is just one screenshot. Can you imagine in game another year from now, another year to cook in the oven? Rockstar are going to be trying to make sure that they try and fine tune everything. Alrighty guys, so moving on to the next screenshot that we have seen within Vice City, and that is this one right here. It is absolutely crazy the level of detail within both of these characters. Now, if you guys don't know, there was actually a post from TGG where he came out and he said that these two characters are the same exact characters that we did see within trailer 1 doing a handshake. There was one bald guy with a bandana and another guy that had some dreadlocks as well, and it looks like from trailer 1 to 2 that both of these characters here, one of them has lost weight and grown out some dreadlocks, and this other one here has grown out his hair much more so. And we do know that it is the same exact characters because of these necklaces here and this green bandana and the tattoo on the left hand side shoulder of this thug here. All right, so getting straight into one of the first things that is cool to see in terms of the detail is this. So zooming all the way in, we can see the grills on this guy's like teeth. It is absolutely crazy. Now, if you guys don't know what grills are, they're dental jewelry for your teeth. A lot of people do tend to use, especially within this part of Miami. A lot of these people do end up using it, so it's pretty cool to see. And it looks like the level of customization that we are going to be seeing within Grand Theft Auto 6 in terms of character customization, seems like we are going to be able to apply dental jewelry to our teeth, some grills, which is really, really cool. We can then see the bottom right part of his chin. There is a scar there, so a skin blemish as well. And you can see the texture on his face as well, like the skin texture. Insane level of detail from Rockstar. I'm going to be saying insane level of detail a lot of times in this video, so bear with me. We can also see his wrist on the right here. He looks like he's got a watch on, and this looks like it's maybe a parody version of Rolex. It's hard to sort of make out the lettering here on this watch, but that is really looking cool. So a gold watch and a nice little bracelet there as well. Yeah, moving on, we can see that there is multiple tattoos on this guy here, and we can see that there is one here. I'm not particularly sure what this is saying, and we can see a skull there on his upper left shoulder. Moving on to the character to the right here, and that is the one that a lot lot of people have speculated and theorized on could be Kai from the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks back in 2022, but that is something that a lot of people have speculated and pointed to potentially being part of the game as a third playable protagonist. Anyways, so moving in on this character here, we can see his sunglasses here. Look at the reflections on the front part of his sunglasses here. This is absolutely crazy. We can see what he is looking at, which is crazy. It looks like it is a nice sunny day. Looking back out from his perspective, you can see some clouds there as well, some green foliage as well. This is absolutely crazy. And this just goes to show you the ray trace global illumination that we are seeing in action right now within this screenshot on the front part of his sunglasses, which is really, really crazy. You can see his goatee as well. Once again, the skin texture as well, looking really, really detailed. Once again, his dreadlocks. And look at his necklaces here. Obviously, his tattoo as well with the palm tree. Look at the crazy level of detail in the necklace. Like, look at the individual parts of the chain that we can see. The medallion as well that we do see, which looks like a bull head. Even coming back out, or even zooming back in, I should say, we can see the texture on the singlet as well. So that is really, really nice detail once again there from Rockstar. So moving on now, we're going to look at the next image, and that is this one right here. And I've covered part of this image within a previous video, and I'll get to that in a moment. But we can see so much activity here on the beach. Now, this is one thing that if you guys would know, playing Grand Theft Auto 5, going on to where the Del Perro Pier is and coming off that where Vespucci Beach is, there is just not much there at all. There's not much activity. There's not many beachgoers there whatsoever. Just like Trailer 1, and with here in this screenshot, there is so much activity here occurring on this beach. We can see multiple beachgoers here. So first of all, we're going to go from left to right. We can see what appears to be looking like a couple here wearing some nice board shorts. And next to him, he's got his ladies holding hands here. So are we going to be seeing couples within Grand Theft Auto 6? It looks like that it is going to be the case, that we are going to be seeing them on the beach. You can also see to the right of that, a couple of people here riding on their bikes, maybe on a footpath or something along those lines. We can also see in front of the lifeguard house, and that is this guy right here. You can see he's got a headset on, some green sunglasses, and it looks like some type of, I don't know what this is, maybe like a metal detector or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure what that is, but once again, just showing the versatility and the difference in the body shapes and sizes that we have seen throughout the different NPCs scattered throughout Grand Theft Auto 6 so far. You can see he's a bit burnt on the top part of his upper traps there, and down from where his shoulder is and upper arm is down into his forearm, you can see that sunburn then continues. To the right there, we see this lady here with a pink hat running, and you can see what she is wearing, some type of nice running gym apparel here, running across the beach. We did see within Trailer 1 there, that was that couple running across the beach with that little chihuahua. We can also see in this lifeguard house, it looks like there is this lady here with her binoculars looking out into the water, perhaps maybe seeing if there is anyone that is in danger in the water or something along those lines. So we're going to be seeing more realistic lifeguards within Grand Theft Auto 6 compared to GTA 5, where they just stand there, cross their arms, and don't do much at all. It looks like they're going to be doing much more smarter this time around. Coming back out here, we can see some nice buns here, nice booty. And look at this elderly couple here. Look at the level of detail here on their skin. Because obviously they're much older, just like one of the previous screenshots that I did cover early on, you can see that her skin is sagging. And then we see the elderly guy to the right here, a little bit sunburned here in the upper chest, and once again the upper traps. And you just can see the sand build up on their feet as well, just like we saw within Trailer 1. Look at this to the right. We can see there are two people throwing a football. So there has been speculation and a theory out there that we are going to maybe potentially be seeing football coming into Grand Theft Auto 6, or some type of mini game where we are able to throw a football from one player to another. There was a leak from Legacy Killer HD that did come out last year discussing that. And we can see a lady here on her iFruit phone sitting down, maybe perhaps looking to take a photo or something along those lines, just like you would in real life, taking a front selfie or something like that. So that is really, really cool. Yeah, incredible levels of detail that we are seeing here from Rockstar. All right, so moving on to the next image that we are going to be looking at, and that is this one right here. It is on Ocean Drive, outside the Ocean View Hotel, as you can see sort of briefly here. It looks like there is a police arrest with multiple people here. We can see that there is a cop on the right from the Vice Beach Police that we can see on the bumper of this police vehicle. This cop over here is arresting this lady here in the red bikini, and this looks like they're pretty much probably all strippers, influencers, social media influencers, or something along those lines. challenge, which we are going to be seeing a lot of parodies throughout Grand Theft Auto 6 in regards to that, which we have seen of. We can see that this woman here is taking a selfie here on my iFruit phone. You can see that she's got this mesh type dress that's in like a yellow colorway. You can see her pink sunglasses, and this woman here that's getting arrested poking her tongue out, posing for the photo. It just goes to show you the social media lifestyle and culture here that we are seeing in Vice City. We can see that this girl over here is forming a pose for this cop to the left here, and he is telling her to get down from the police vehicle, but she is not giving an F whatsoever. She's going to shake her ass and show her ass to the cop. She does not give a crap whatsoever. But yeah, no, we can just see that, like, even the belt here on the police officer here, like, I mean, look at that. You can see he's got his pistol here, perhaps maybe like a pepper spray and some other things on his belt buckle that we can see as well. So that is really cool. We can see this is a Bravado police vehicle. You guys would know the Bravado manufacturer, which I think, from what I can understand, is parodying the Dodge manufacturer in real life, I think, from what I can understand. So we can see here, Vice Beach Police, follow them on Life Invader. I think that might be a new social media app that we are going to be seeing. We saw it within trailer 1, so it might be maybe a TikTok parody app or something along those lines. It seems like following like Vice Beach Police, and I'm sure a lot of other things as well, is going to be a constant theme that we are going to be seeing throughout Grand Theft Auto 6, just like we would have in real life, where you would go to anything in general where you can follow things on social media. Things like you can follow the Vice Beach Police on there, so maybe we'll be able to interact with the Vice Beach Police online. So that's really, really cool. We can see, yeah, the number plate as well. We've seen so many different number plates throughout trailer 2 and the screenshots, and here is another one as well. US government. Zooming out of here, we can see a taxi to the right. Looks like we are going to be seeing varied taxis throughout. You guys would know in Grand Theft Auto 5, you would see typically, for the most part, that exact same model throughout Grand Theft Auto 5. And as soon as you get into the taxi, that Spanish music does start playing. So hopefully we do see much more varied taxis. It seems like that is going to be the case, and hopefully with inside the taxis as well, it's going to be a different experience each time as well we get in. So hopefully that will be the case. All right, so moving on to the next one that we are going to look at within these screenshots within Vice City, and that is this one right here. This one's really, really yeah, interesting. A lot of buns, I will say. So yeah, no, obviously what we can see within this one image is multiple strippers close up. So a close up image of them, and just look at the sweat buildup on these strippers. Like, it's really, really crazy that we can see the amount of like sweat buildup that we can see, like even on their ass cheeks. Even look at this one right here. You can see sort of her like sweat running down the upper part of her thigh. But the texture here on the booty cheeks, like the skin, is looking really, 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 really nice. This lady here, she's got some type of like short pink mohawk or something like that with her tongue sticking out. You can see her hoop earring. And in terms of like the money as well, some people have pointed out that this is from the Red Dead Redemption 2. The president's from Red Dead Redemption 2 or something along those lines. I think it might be with the collector cards or something along those lines. Some people have pointed out that these are some of the Red Dead Redemption 2 presidents. So that's a cool little Easter egg, a cool little Red Dead Redemption 2 reference. Not much to look at within this screenshot though, other than the fact that there are a lot of ass cheeks that are thrown at us into our face within this one screen grab. Alrighty, so moving on to the next one, we're going to look at this one right here. Now, this is a night shot overlooking Vice City. We can see so much within this image, and really just gives us the true scale, not only once again the draw distance that we can see at night time, but also as well the various types of buildings, skyscrapers, arenas, and once again it's looking so lively compared to GTA 5. So we're going to start at the top here. If we do zoom in over this way, this looks like it is the Port Vice City docks. We can see multiple boats here. Once again, even at night time, looks like a yacht. Pretty sure that is another boat there and another yacht there. So once again, boats, yachts having a pretty big emphasis here within the waterways of Vice City. And this Ferris wheel, which we did see with one of the previous screenshots I did cover earlier in the video. That was the first one that had the Vice City postcard. And we can see behind the Ferris wheel that it looks like there is a cruise ship, guys. It looks like cruise ships are going to be a part of Grand Theft Auto 6, which is absolutely wild. We have never seen cruise ships within any Grand Theft Auto title prior. I did cover this in a post that I did make on my social media accounts. Obviously, we don't know at this stage if we are going to be able to explore and go inside the cruise ship. Maybe we are going to be able to see stuff inside there. It looks like there is a decking area on top of this cruise ship. Maybe we are able to go on top of there and explore. Who knows if we are able to to explore the various levels within this cruise ship, but that is really, really cool to see it docking there. We can see it looks like this is a parking lot close to where the Vice docks, Port Vice docks are. And we can also see that there is a bridge connecting from, it looks like, the Port Vice docks going into the central part of Vice City. We can see, I don't know if this is a stadium or some type of, I don't know, this could be maybe the amphitheater. I could be wrong. It might not be. Once we zoom out though, we can see to the left, this is actually an arena though. It's called the Sahara Arena, and it looks like the Vice City Narcos team, which is the in-game new basketball team that we are going to be seeing within Grand Theft Auto 6. And it looks like this is more evidence pointing to the idea that we are going to be seeing basketball featured. And maybe we are going to be able to watch a basketball game inside the arena and play a basketball mini game as well. So that's really, really cool. You can see the Sahara lettering there as well, the front of the stadium and the stairway as well. Maybe be able to go inside. So that is really, 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 really cool. Zooming out of here, we can also see as well where this highway motorway is. We can see various amount of vehicles that are going across. You can see a truck here that says Navitrack. I don't know if that's a new brand coming into the GTA universe. Maybe it's been an existing brand in the GTA universe. I'm not quite sure. Zooming back out, we can see the Palestra Tower. We can see some signage to the right of this tower. We can see Vice Beaches and I think Leonida Keys. I'm not sure what that says to the right of that. We can also see as well, there is, looks like there is going to be a concert hall. Looking like we are going to be able to maybe see concerts within game. You can also see to the left of that, the Summerinian. Moving to the right, we can sort of make out that this is going to be the Vice City Arts Center. So it looks like we are maybe going to be potentially seeing some artwork within maybe like a museum or something like that. We can see that there is a passage here that you can walk through and maybe perhaps go into this art center here. So that is really, really awesome to see. Could you imagine shootouts within an art center? That'd be pretty wild. It looks like here at the bottom, sort of make it out here. It looks like there's a couple of people here maybe waiting for, it looks like maybe the metro system or something like that. We have seen the Vice City Metro throughout the September 22 leaks and also within trailer 2 as well. That was something that we did see throughout one of the shots within trailer 2. So yeah, a lot within this one massive screenshot that we can see at night time. Some levels here that we can see the lights are switched on. Does that mean that we are going to be seeing procedural generated interiors, parallax interiors that have been featured within the Spider-Man games? We don't know what Rockstar are going with, what their plan is in terms of the enterable buildings within Grand Theft Auto 6. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, over 70% of buildings likely to be enterable based off that claim made by Aaron Garbutt's son's friend. Aaron Garbutt, one of the Rockstar employees at Rockstar North. There's a lot of things within this one screenshot. I think I did cover most of it, but Rockstar have really nailed the attention detail once again. Moving on to the final image that we are going to be looking at, and that is going to be this one right here. And this looks like, I'm not particularly sure exactly where it could be within Vice City. I'm not sure if it is maybe in the Wynwood area of Vice City. We did see within trailer 1 that there was a lot of graffiti featured within that Wynwood scene that we did see where all those lowriders were. So that could be the case. So we're going to go from the top part of this screenshot. We can see a billboard here. It looks like pasture mail, looks like something in French. I would assume it looks like it is a vegetable can company. Don't know if that is a new brand, but that is really, really cool. We can see, look at the graffiti here and the mural on this cylindrical wall here that we can see. So it looks like it says PER. I'm not sure if there is any other lettering there, but that is really, really cool that we can see that. So very, very awesome artwork. To the left of this cylindrical wall, what we can see is it looks like there are going to be gangs featured within Grand Theft Auto 6. Just like we have seen within GTA 5 with the Ballers and the Families, it looks like we are going to be seeing some more type of gangs featured. Does that point to the idea of gang territory and gang warfare coming back from San Andreas? That could be the case, but we do see this guy here with a purple sort of mask, this guy here with a red mask as well, and we can see them doing wheelies, one with this quad bike here, another one with this motorbike, looks like maybe a Sanchez or something like that. And we can see, not particularly sure what this vehicle is, Hawks, but yeah, no, zooming out of here, we do see it looks like a homeless person with a dog. So once again, a pedestrian activity and just the whole liveliness of Vice City so far that we have seen throughout the screenshots, and in this specific screenshot here, is on show. Zooming out, we can see within this vehicle here, a lowrider that the suspension has been raised. You can see as well, like look at the wheels, the rims. It looks like we are going to be able to not only adjust our suspension like we have done in previous Grand Theft Auto titles, but maybe perhaps apply different wheel sizes to our vehicles. You can see the ray trace reflections here. Now, one thing I have covered in a previous video, on the back of this number plate, Gloriana. Now, this is the speculative and theorized potential Georgia state that we may be seeing within Grand Theft Auto 6, or perhaps maybe Rockstar may be taking inspiration from Georgia, including it within the northern part of Leonida. That is something that I did cover in a previous video. We can see some vehicles here. Looks like some new vehicles. We can see a convertible here. That looks like it could be a convertible Bravado vehicle. It's hard to make out the manufacturing brand of this vehicle here. That could be Bravado as well. It's hard to make that one out. We can see Simon's tires. So it looks like we may be able to go to a particular tire shop that is specific to changing out our tires, maybe the size. Maybe that's something that we can do within GTA 6. Rather than just going to Los Santos Customs, maybe there'll be different types of shops for different types of parts of vehicles, where there is a wheel tire store, customization store for various like decals and changing your paint job and stuff like that. So maybe we could be seeing that as well. So we could maybe be seeing like panel beaters and stuff like that. So it really just goes to show you where Rockstar's head is at in terms of the attention to detail, in terms of the car customization. I really think it's going to be a massive step up from GTA 5, I will say. We can see some signage here as well. So it looks like this is going north to Dale County, to 10 and Interstate 97. Another thing that we can see as well, income tax. Does that mean we are able to do our tax in this game? I highly doubt it. I feel like that's just something to fill the world. I don't think anyone would want to be doing any tax information or filling out tax stuff. Seems like it is two Sims like or something like that. Can also see as well, there is a guy here on this motorbike. I think this may be another Georgia plate. It's hard to sort of make out, maybe a Leonida plate. But yeah, that is a lot within this one image. Yeah, a lot within this last image that we have seen. So really, really awesome. And once again, insane level of detail. But anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. And that was Vice City in depth, showcasing Rockstar's insane attention to detail. I'm going to be making this a part series where we're going to be going over each region that we know of so far. So we've covered Vice City today. I'm going to be going over some of the other regions: Grass Rivers, Ambrosia, Port Gilhorn, and so much more. Don't want to miss that, and so much more coverage here on the channel in relation to Grand Theft Auto 6's recent info dump with Trailer 2 screenshots and so much more. If you went on to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 upload. Stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.